Evaluate the expression and answer in rectangular form. Okay, well I can expand this bracket, no problem. I don't think I can add them though because the factors are not the same, or the exponents are not the same. But I can expand the brackets, right? I bring it into every single term. So z is going to be equal to 7 times 42 e to the I over 4 minus 6 times 12 e to the negative I over 3. Now, if these exponents were the same, then I could factor them out and then it has 42 minus 12. But because they're not, I can't add them. I can't add them. I gotta go right to rectangular form. That's the only way I can add these things together. So let's do it. So what do we got here? We got, let's change out 42 e to the I over 4, okay? So let's put a little plot here. We gotta change this to rectangular form. Here's my real, here's my imaginary. 42 I to the 4th, or it's 1/4. Well, this is pi, it's 3.14, this is 1.5 something, so 1.25, 1.5, yeah, so it is but 1, so yeah, it's really shallow. It's like down here. Okay, so this is 1 over 4, and the radius is 42. Oh my goodness, big time. And now we need to figure out the x distance and the y distance, okay? So the x is going to be equal to 42 cosine of 1 over 4, and y is going to be equal to 42 sine of 1 over 4, okay? And that's about it there. Okay, we'll figure that one out. Let's do the other one. Let's do the other one real quick. Okay, so we have a minus here. I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm just gonna convert that guy. Okay, I'm just gonna convert the 12e to the negative 1I over 3. Okay, that's already enough for me. So let's put another plot here, and then we got I, the real, imaginary. So I'm just gonna convert this guy. Okay, and I'll worry about that negative after. So this is negative 1/3. So again, this distance right here, right, that's pi, so it's about 3, right, 3.14, so this is 1.5, so 1/3 is about here, but it's negative, so it's actually down here, okay, because now we're going to go this way, right, the negative side, so not positive, we're going to go negative angle, and this distance is 1/3, and the radius is 12. All right, so here's my x distance, here's my y distance, that's what I want to figure out, so x is going to be equal to 12 cosine of 1/3, and the y, now the y will be negative, okay, so I can put the negative in front here. I'm just going to put it in after. I'm just going to remind myself to make sure it's in the y, because I'm going to make it positive here, because I'm going to go, it's sine, which is opposite, right, but I'm not going to put anything negative in there because I don't like to do that, so we'll put 12 sine of 1/3. That's going to give me the y distance, and I'll have to put the negative in myself, okay? Okay, let's start figuring out some numbers here. So 42 cosine of 0.25, boom, 40.7, okay? Now 42 sine of 0.25 is going to be 10.4, okay? That's cool. Does it make sense? Yeah, x is way bigger than the y. Perfect. Okay, let's do this guy. So now we have 12 cosine, bracket open, 1 divided by 3. I don't want to put 0.3 in there because it's not really right. It's 0.33333. So I'm going to put 1/3. So it's going to be 11.34, okay? And then this guy here is going to be 12 sine of 1/3, which is 3.93, okay? Make sure you remember that negative. It's negative, okay? So now I can write these things down. So this guy is equal to, this is all positive. Positive x, positive y. So it's going to be 40.7 in the real plus the 10.4i. Okay, so that's what that guy is equal to. I'll box him in red. Okay, so that's what that first component is, or that first polar form. And our second polar form, I haven't dealt with that negative yet, don't worry about it, is going to be, it's 11.34 in the real direction, and negative 3.93 in the I direction, okay? So that's what that guy is. Now, let's put them together, okay? So I'm just going to write down Z here, and we're going to do it all in our head here, okay? So we got this thing minus this thing, right? Okay, so 40 minus this. Okay, I guess I should write it down, right? I should write it down. Yeah, let's do it. So let's do 40.7 plus 10i minus, bracket open, this whole thing right here is this guy, which converted into this, and then minus this guy here, which is going to be 11.34 minus 3.93i. Okay? Okay, now we can write down the final answer. I just felt bad by skipping a step there. We'll write it right here. Z is equal to, so 40 minus the 11.3, so 40.7 minus 11.34, whatever, it's going to be 30.4. Okay? And now we're going to have 10.4 minus negative 3.393. Okay? 14. So it's positive. Positive 14.3i. And that is your answer. Does it make sense? Let's just check it real quick. Now, when you minus a vector or minus this thing, right? Sorry, I was pointing to the wrong guy. When you minus this polar coordinate, when you minus this whole thing here, it means the vector is actually going in the other direction. So it's really you're not adding this. You're taking this vector minus this vector. So the other way of doing it is taking this vector plus the negative of this vector, which would mean it's like this. Okay, so now we can kind of visually do it in our head. Remember, this is only 12 large, and this is 42 large. So if you take this thing and add it to here, I'm going to get pretty much a positive x because I had 42 big time over here minus this little 12. So I'm going to get plus 30. That seems about right. And then I'm going to have, I'm going to have pluses for sure. I'm going to have this y plus this y. Okay, so I should actually get, it should be like, 14. That makes sense. Yeah, 10 plus the 3 or plus the 4 there. It goes up. That's right. Right, that's how you do it, right? Because this is the vector, and this is minus that vector. Okay, so now you can just add this vector plus this vector will give you the resultant vector.